Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Gringo Tech, aka Holden. I'm here with my other guest, Vandal Art, aka Trey, his government name. And this is the Meet Your Maker podcast.
And today we have a very special guest.
Yes, we do.
We can call you Stay Mental. We can call you Steven, Dorks, Half Dork Social Club, whatever you want. But
whatever you want.
Yeah.
The beautiful Steven.
The beautiful Steven, ladies and gentlemen.
Finger guns?
Finger guns all
pew,
day.
pew, pew.
All right. Everyone got their drinks?
Everybody grabbed their beverages.
Into the mic, Steven.
Into the mic.
Into the mic.
It's going to be terrible.
The viewers love it. Ready? Count three. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, that's a good one.
Got all over my face.
Hell yeah. Cooter, hit that shit. Is that good?
Yeah.
That's really good, actually.
Yeah.
Oh, I've had this before. This is bomb.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah,
Tastes like Fanta.
Those are super good.
this is good. So,
Mixed with a little bit of gin or vodka.
The lemon flavors.
you say
of those.
gin or wait,
Gin.
Okay, I heard something else. Yeah.
Yeah. I actually had one of those with some gin last night. It's pretty good.
Nice.
Who wrote that song?
So that's my buddy Diallo. He goes a ways back, but he does like music production on the side. And so when we first had the idea for the podcast, I was like, hey, I need an intro song. Can you help me out? And so we have one that is a version of One Beer Left with MF Doom that we ended up not going with because we wanted more of a Southwest vibe. So I was like, hey, can we do like a spaghetti Western lo-fi kind of intro? And he's like, send me some like songs or something like that for like the general vibe. He has some samples. Yeah. I was going to say references, but that's for art. And so I sent it to him, and then a couple days later, he's like, here you go. And I was like, this is so fucking dope.
That's cool.
Yeah.
It sounds good.
It's
I like
pretty
it.
cool.
Yeah, props to him.
I like having cool friends.
It's hard to do.
Speaking of cool friends, we have you here.
Yeah.
You're one of our super cool friends who's helped us out tremendously throughout all this podcast stuff and even not podcast stuff. I don't think that we talk every couple of days, whether it's on the phone or messaging.
Which I love. But honestly, but like both of you guys, like we're always talking.
Yeah.
Which is
it's
like
my favorite.
It's my favorite too.
Yeah.
Was it you called me a couple of days ago and you and your wife had a bet on whether or not I would answer?
Oh, yeah. Gosh, why did she think that you weren't going to answer?
Because of work.
I was like, oh,
He's a busy
always
guy.
Because of work.
Always.
She's like, oh, he's working right now.
Dude, I'm the same way, dude. Like I'm hardly ever seeing texts and calls and all kinds of stuff.
Well, you legit like ran out of your work the other day because I called you.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, oh, dude, don't do that. Like, I forgot. Like, I don't know.
he texts me and he's like, I don't even know if he said it's not an emergency or you're just like, we need to talk or something. Oh,
yeah. It was because I had to cancel. Yeah.
He was supposed to be on the podcast with Snakebit, which is fine. He had to cancel it because of some stuff. But he sends me a text. He's like, hey, we need to talk right now.
No.
Oh, no, sorry. No, you called and hung up. It like flashed your name on my phone and then you hung up and then you texted me. You're like, hey, just hit me up when you have a chance. And I was like, it's never good when someone calls you and immediately hangs up.
I didn't hang up. I called you all the way through.
Oh. That's what I was worried. Because the same thing happened to me.
Okay.
Same thing happened to me 2 days prior.
It's a like who are you gonna trust?
I'll pull up the receipts. Regardless, there was a call and I didn't answer, and it was in the middle of the day, which is uncharacteristic because you know my work and stuff. And I was like, "That's not good."
So you know what's funny though is like, I like because I don't.
You don't think I work, dude?
I'm my own boss, and so I just forget sometimes that people work for other people. And so like when I'm busy, I'm like, why is this person calling me? But then like when I'm not busy and I call people, I'm like, why aren't they answering?
Yeah.
And then I'm like, oh yeah, because people work.
Yeah.
Like
but you called me, so I immediately called you back because I was concerned.
Yeah.
Because 2 days prior, my dad did the same thing to me.
That's right.
And my sister got in a car accident. She's okay and everything, but I was like, oh fuck, this is never good. So I immediately like the homies, right? I'm gonna get a hold of him as soon as possible. So I did within a couple minutes, and we talked, and it was nice. But yeah, he called me, and I was driving home with my boys. I was like, are you good to talk right now? And I was like, of course, anything for you.
Yeah.
But as soon as I answered, he's like, I knew you loved me. And I was like, well, yes, but why?
Well, and my wife is all like, she's like, but I'm like, this is how I am with all my friends, though. You know, it's the homies. You know,
Yeah.
You got to.
Yeah.
Homosexuals.
Let's talk about the first time that like all three of us got together. Like, let's kick it off that way.
Oh yeah. So
that was cool.
Yeah.
So you helped me out with a shoot. It was the first time we finally linked up after a year of talking because I finally had a project where I needed a videographer for. So I was like,
it was the release of your face.
It was the release of my face. This ugly mug
Big
here.
deal.
But I've been wanting to work with you because Garrett talks about you all the time.
Yeah.
just like I talk about you all the time. And then we finally worked it out to where it's, hey, it's going to be the release for my traveling sketchbook and stuff like that. And we met up and you made me look good on camera.
Yeah.
It's hard to do.
It was very handsome.
It was
he looked very handsome. Very handsome.
I did a lot of makeup that day.
You did, actually.
So we recorded, and then you left, and you sent me the original edit, and you're like, we need more footage.
Yeah.
He's like, this doesn't speak to you enough. We need to go out in the desert and drink beers.
Yep.
And play with firearms
and have
do other
guns
things.
and knives and freaking ants. There was ants. And
There was
whatnot.
ants.
Yeah.
That was a sick shot.
And just something about the desert, you know? I was like, that's totally your guys' vibe. Well, you, right, for that shoot. And
And then you just moved here, right?
I did, yeah. I had no friends in the world out here other than Cooter.
Wait, you just moved, like right before we met? You just moved?
So yeah, I just got out here in August of last year.
Oh.
Right when I moved out here.
It's like a couple weeks after?
Yeah, we literally did that shoot, I think, in August, didn't we?
Yeah.
Or
and then
not August.
me and him had met up.
It was hot, so.
Yeah. Me and him had linked up, I want to say around July, because I was out here around that time. We were hanging out with Cooter and scoping the place out and seeing if we wanted to commit to moving out here and everything. And yeah.
So I invited you out so we could do the initial release video for the podcast.
Yep.
I was like, oh, we're going to be in the desert. We can just take a couple minutes and do a quick video. And Steven actually helped us out with it. Amazing cameraman. I literally looked at my phone like, how did you take such a nice video? He's like,
Well, it's funny
I just
too.
pressed the button, dude.
I saw the release video like recently, like I don't know, the last couple of months or whatever, whenever it was released. And I was like, I should have just filmed it on my camera. I had it. I don't know why I didn't. I should have just freaking done it.
I didn't want to like put you out anymore.
Well, I don't know. Like,
dude, it was totally fine. It was killer. Even on the phones, like the distance and like the angle that you got was perfect.
Yeah.
It was we couldn't have
You're
done it
perfect.
better.
you guys are all, should we walk up this way? I'm like, no, you should walk up this way.
Yeah.
But yeah, we all went out and we met off of Bumblebee Road. Bumblebee Road. We drove up there and
It's a good spot.
I got
a little patch of desert out there.
Yeah, I got pretty inebriated because I had to keep shotgunning beers.
Yeah, dude.
I was the
loved
designated driver that evening.
He was.
loved it
I
so
tried to take
much.
the keys from him.
Yeah. He's like, let me let me drive on the dirt road, and then you can take the hard ball.
Let me just drift it. Let me Dukes of Hazzard this thing.
Front wheel drive Camry.
Hell yeah, brother. And then we did some video recordings. You guys got along great.
You're missing a big part. You were like, can I bring my friend? I mean, like I'm like, I don't care, dude. Like bring everyone, dude. Like I'm stoked. And then you gave me a shirt.
Yeah, dude.
And I'm like, dude, that's how you make friends. You give them cool merch.
You made me feel like you're like, hey, Vandal, I don't have a shirt
where's
from
my
you.
Well, I mean, so at the time, like, and even now, well, not even now, like at the time, I was merch rich, not cash rich.
Yeah,
So
I get
at the
that.
same time, it's like even like close friends like you, or like say you, like because you're an artist, like two different total realms. Like I'm within like I wouldn't call it fashion, but like clothing or apparel. You're within art and graphic design. You're within videography, like
Production,
Production. Yeah, don't everything.
Sorry. Everything.
Don't insult the
sorry.
guests.
No,
But like you guys
Branding,
are all
I don't know
within
what I do.
your own,
Everything.
unique niches and everything. So
Yeah.
But I don't really know where I was going with that. I just kind
Finding ways to barter.
Yeah. But I always wanted to, because I know the struggles we all each go through, and like I think we all do as well, like with each other. And it's kind of like, like a lot of people will come up to us and like ask for freebies or ask for like homie hookups and stuff, and I do, and I try to help out and stuff like that. But then it's like I want to like contribute or help my friends, because I know how more meaningful that is. So it's like, because I know you're putting your time and effort into your craft to help me. Let me contribute a little bit. I know it's not what you're expecting, and you're wanting to do it as a gift for me, but still, as me, I know what it's like as that person. Let me be nice enough.
Well, also
as a homie hook you up with
it's super smart
you're entitled.
if it hits too. Like for instance, that's one of my favorite shirts.
Yeah.
I wear it minimum once a week, right?
Nice, dude. I like
And then
it.
your
Thank you.
hoodie, dude, like this is the first day I took it off since I got it like a week ago. Like
Nice.
I had to wash it. It was gross.
That's a good hoodie.
Nice.
Someone
And
ruined
so-
my hoodies already.
So this is my thing though, is because I did a lot of band stuff back in the day. A lot of like band like advice, business advice, stuff like that, focused on bands. And you go to like a show and like, oh, $5 for a sticker, $2 for a sticker, and I was like, this is stupid.
That's a lot.
You should be giving your stickers away for free.
Yeah.
Well, that's a lot of people. I'm like, no, give your sticker away for free because it's free advertisement.
Yeah.
Like people put in their car on their water bottle or whatever. And like, so we do that with our band. And I do that like with any stickers I get or whatever for my business, stuff like that, like I do not charge for stickers because it's such a justifiable price. Shirt's a different thing. Hoodie's a completely different thing.
Yeah.
But a sticker, dude, like
stickers, I hand them out every chance I get, and I automatically consider sticker price a loss.
100%.
Yeah.
Well,
Every time, because for me, it's like a business card, and it's free advertising.
It's a business card,
and basically, like it's got a cool your brand's logo, which you should love, and like you're wanting to spread the word on your brand, but then you're also giving people an option to like utilize, like it's a business card, but it's like. It's utilizable. Like you can put it on a water bottle, you can put it on a gun case, you can put it on a laptop, you can put it on anywhere, and then people see it.
Yeah.
So
when I started, I sold a lot of stickers because people asked for them, and I was like, I don't know. I charged like $2 for a sticker or something like that, and they're all my different designs. But I got to the point where like I don't sell stickers anymore.
You just throw them in with your packages.
Yeah, I sell them in. Like people who bought the hoodies, they got a sticker that only came with the hoodie, right? And then they got like whatever stickers I have left. All right, welcome back. Technical difficulties this time. We fixed it before the end of the episode, so that's always exciting. It's nice to have a camera guy on set with us.
Yes, it is.
Swing.
So we were talking about sticker packs, and I was kind of talking about how I don't really sell stickers too much. I think I took them all off my store, honestly. Like I love doing stickers. People always want stickers.
Yeah, I was gonna say like so. I always say give stickers away, sell a sticker pack.
Yeah.
So like, and then it's kind of weird though, it's kind of hard because it's like if you know. I don't expect you to send stickers to free to every person that asks. So it's like, yeah, throw them in the whatever. But like, if you're just walking around, dude, like sticker for free.
Yeah.
But then sell the 5-thing sticker pack. Or the
That's
10.
smart.
You know what I mean?
Stickers are pretty cheap, honestly.
They really are.
Depending on how you go about it. Like one place I always use is like Sticky Brand because they're pretty quick and they're good quality. I know getting hooked up with your sticker guy up north.
You should use my friend.
I will.
He is amazing. P-Town Sticker Co.
But I haven't bought stickers in a minute. But when it was like Sticky Brand, dude, and for like 100 stickers, it'd be like $20.
Yeah, that's not bad.
No.
Yeah.
So like when I see people like selling stickers for like $5 for a single sticker, I'm just like, oh, I hate that.
Yeah.
He's definitely more than that, but it's like triple coated this and that mixed with laser and I don't.
I mean, plus it's local, and I prefer supporting smaller businesses than bigger corporations.
He's a dude too. He's cool.
Yeah.
So he does good work too. So
he's just a great person. We've met. We've talked.
Yeah, I love him.
He's amazing.
He's a homie, dude.
He is.
He's the one that. So Garrett uses him for everything. Any posters, any stickers, anything.
I got to hit him up to do some car decals for me because someone wanted one of my designs for like their whole back windshield.
Yeah.
And I was like, no. They're like,
wow.
Like, can you make those? I'm like, I'll make you a one-off.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think I could sell them, but I'll make you one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll probably send it to him for free.
Yeah, that's
because I think it's rad.
That is cool.
That's pretty
Send me plenty of photos and video.
Well,
Yeah.
So, Steven.
Yes.
You have done a lot. You do everything. You're a man of many hats, many colorful hats.
I'm trying to get away from it. Anyways, keep on going. What do you? Yeah. Go for it.
You don't wear black hats anymore.
Yeah, that's true.
Per se.
Yeah.
You know, for the most part.
I do wear black hats, but I'm trying to mix it up. I love Seeger.
Yeah. That's a good hat. But you've done audio stuff, which I don't know what the technical name is for it.
That was mixing and mastering.
Mastering.
Recording studio.
Studio.
And then live sound. I mean, anything with audio pretty much.
You're in a band.
Yes.
Yep.
Narwhal Sucks. I'm in one of the music videos I haven't seen drop yet. You're photographer.
I was gonna say I could show. I just got like a rough cut of it.
Oh,
I
did
can
you?
Show you after.
I was trying to make you feel bad.
Yeah.
You do photography, somewhat. Mostly video, but yeah, I can shoot a good photo. Yeah, and then you do videography. You've done stuff for podcasts. Obviously, you've helped us out a ton here.
Yeah.
And then you have your own company, which is like a branding company. Like you've done a lot, and you're not really in our typical realm of 2A, which I guess we kind of put ourselves under here, more tactical, high speed.
Yeah.
I do love
speed, high
guns,
drug.
though.
You do love
I
drugs.
freaking love guns.
We love guns here too.
So, yeah, I don't do like business. I mean, I will help businesses with 2A,
Yeah.
100%. I prefer it. I love it. Arizona, baby.
Yes.
Yeah. But yeah, anyways, keep on going.
But yeah, no, you've just a man of many hats. You do a lot of different things. You've lived a long life. You've gone all over the country, at least this side of the country.
This half, yeah.
From what I've heard.
West Coast, yeah.
But yeah, so thank you for joining us today. I guess, like, tell us a little bit about yourself, and then we can dive into some deeper questions here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where are you from? What's your name?
Okay, yeah, we can, let's do that. So, Steven,
Yeah.
Should I say last name?
I wouldn't.
I freaking no. It doesn't
We'll get into
matter.
a story why you shouldn't in a minute.
Yeah, we should talk about that. Oh, flip, dude.
Yeah.
Steven, it's it's at stay_mental on Instagram. I was born in West Covina, California.
Nice.
Moved a year after because of the Rodney King riots. That tells you how old. My mom and dad were like, this place sucks.
Wow.
My dad sold all of his hot rods, which broke my heart. He was a hot rod builder out there.
Oh, okay.
Came out here, welder, right? And I guess out to Chino Valley, Arizona. That's where I grew up. And he started a fence business, essentially.
Okay. Like metal fencing or just any kind of fencing?
Yeah, well, so anything but block, essentially.
Okay.
So but I'm like, Dad, block's not a fence. He's like, you'd be surprised what people think. So gates, horse arenas, it's really big out there in Chino.
Okay.
People move from all over to do horse stuff out there.
Well, you guys got the oldest rodeo up there.
Yes, that's what they say.
That's what they say. Oh, you disagree?
I don't know if I disagree or not. I haven't done the research on it, but the fact checkers tell me that I'm just kidding.
They're probably from California.
So I grew up out there. We went back to California a bunch because of my family and stuff out there, but grew up out in Chino. It was dope. I hated it when I was a kid, but I really appreciate it now growing up in a really small town, small hick town out there. All I wanted when I was a kid was to move back to California. And then when I was adult, I realized how actually terrible that place is.
Yeah. like most people.
Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. The beach is beautiful. Come on,
it's not what it used to be, though, dude. Right? Venice Beach is nowhere near where. I mean, even when I went through there in 2013, when I just graduated boot camp, Venice Beach was okay, but it was still kind of rough. But then now,
dude. But we would go back there for a week and oh God, thank God we're going back home. I just traffic's not a thing out here, or at least where I live, stuff like that. There's just I love where I live, and so met my wife. Shortly after, or during college, 18, 19, whatever, ended up marrying her right around that, 20, 21, something like that.
Nice.
We just celebrated our 12th year anniversary, which is
congratulations.
Thank you. Yeah. Had our first kid pretty fast, moved out to Washington for a little bit. Beautiful, amazing. The sound, the water, everything out there is just amazing.
Yeah.
Moved back. So I guess I'm skipping over a bunch of stuff, but that's where I started my recording studio and was doing mixing and mastering and audio stuff way before that too. And then moved back to Arizona right before the pandemic in 2019. Okay. Which I straight up think was a blessing from God. No joke. I have friends that were telling me they were still trapped inside in 21, 22.
Oh, wow.
Not allowed to leave because it was bad out there.
Yeah.
Out here, we're dude, what is what?
You can wear a mask if you want.
Ain't that a beer? We just didn't know, we just didn't care. We knew, we just didn't care. But
it's so hot here, nothing can survive.
It's true. Yeah. It's true. And then, so right before the pandemic though, one of my biggest childhood dreams, and actually I told my wife, if we ever move back to Prescott, so Chino is 15 to 30 minutes away from Prescott. Essentially, it's the main hub. It's the main city of the Tri-Cities out there. Yeah. And I said, okay, if we ever move back to Prescott, I'm starting an all-ages music venue. I love music, but that town has such a weird history with music out there. We had a killer music scene right when I was starting to be of age to go to shows 16, 17, and then it just died.
Yeah. And
it was I guess it was thriving right when I was not allowed to go to shows, 15, 14, whatever. My parents no way, can't do that, you know? And it was it was the sickest thing. And then it just died. Right. And so I was always man, if we ever go back, I'm going to do that. I'm going to do it for the community, whatever. So we signed a lease, February 15th, 2020. So 15 days before the pandemic hit, before it was a thing.
Rough.
And we ended up sitting 2 years with a massive, it's not a mortgage, rent or whatever for a commercial building.
Lease or something.
Yeah, a lease. Yeah. I'm forgetting. Yeah, that's what it is. But it was a massive monthly payment. And because we didn't have a first sale or we in actual business, because we just signed our lease, we weren't going to open up our doors because we had to build out. We were building a big old half pipe in the backyard. We're going to do a coffee house in the front, big old music venue in the back.
Where was this at in Prescott? It
was off of 6th Street. So it was in the commercial district.
Okay, yep.
The goal was going to be downtown. That was our 5-10 year goal.
Yeah.
But to get downtown, it was $3 million plus.
It's ridiculous.
It's insane. Yeah. It's cool, but it's just too much.
All those businesses downtown have been there since like I was a kid.
Or they're renting and they're paying,
stupid
$6,000, $7,000 a month,
Yeah.
and it's like it's crazy. So we had a really cool spot, and we ended up having to sit for 2 years, and so we signed a three-year lease, and that last year, so 2022 or whatever, I straight up told the city because the city was like, "You can't open. There's no way. There's no way." And I was like, "You know what? We're gonna start throwing shows whether you like it or not.
Yeah.
You can try and shut us down." Because I was, dude, up to here with debt, up to here with, I mean, all of our stuff that we raised, it was gone.
Yeah.
Like for our coffee house build, like everything was just gone. And I was like, dude, like we need to get some money coming through the doors because I can't float this anymore. I can't break the lease. The landlord's being a dick. Like we did this Kickstarter right when the pandemic happened. We raised $30,000 like that.
Holy shit.
And the community was like, we need this. We need
Yeah.
this all ages safe place, something that's not country. So metal, hip hop, like stuff like that.
Yeah.
And dude, no joke, our landlord called us. So prior to that, he was like, "Yeah, dude, take your time. No worry on rent, whatever." And then he saw the Kickstarter go through, and he's like, "Cool, I want all back pay."
Wow.
So after
Holy
$9,000 in
crap.
taxes, after $12,000 in back pay rent, and then we had to fulfill all the merch orders because we sold hoodies and hats and
Yeah.
shirts, and we literally had like $1,000 left.
Damn.
Like it was terrible.
Yeah.
And so we ended up throwing a solid year of shows. I mean, we did over 100 shows. Like it was crazy.
Wow.
We had bands coming from all over the world. So we had a couple Australian bands, a couple UK bands,
Nice.
New York, DC, Texas, Florida, like dude, Washington, all bands from everywhere. Because I figured out this like loophole with like our area essentially. Like we are in the tour loop. So people go up and down the coast.
Yep.
And they come inland to go back home either way, right?
Oh, okay.
And so there is nothing between Phoenix and Flag or Phoenix and Vegas. And so we were getting these pretty decent sized acts for like dirt cheap.
Nice.
And it was awesome. And our town really loved it. I had too much feedback, like too much positive feedback. We sold merch like crazy. And yeah, like we packed that place out like nuts, like a lot, and then right around the beginning of the year, so the beginning of 2023, we were going to re-sign our lease. And I was talking with two investors, and they were like, "Dude, cool, we're going to give you 300 each." And I was like, "Okay, like that'll be enough to build out our coffee house, to like hire a couple more staff members, to actually pay me because I never took a paycheck ever." And I was doing like crazy shit, like 12 to 16 hour like shifts.
Damn.
Every single day. Like, and then I would go do video afterwards to pay my bills.
Oh, so you already started video at that time.
So here, I'll kind of like backtrack a little bit. So I started making our own content,
Yeah.
and I always wanted to pick up a camera. Just like could never justify it. I was doing some phone stuff for some people or whatever. I knew I had an eye. I knew I could figure it out. But like, I just was like, I can't justify a $5,000 camera, a $10,000 camera. And I just can't, So, but people were like, "Dude, whoever's doing your like social media, like send them my way. I want to hire them." I was like, "Oh, it's me." They're like, "Cool, you want to make money?" I said, "Well, this place isn't, and I need to pay bills, my own and the den's bills. So yeah, let's do it." And so I was doing crazy shifts, and so it was weird. Like my dream business was technically failing at the time. Like people were like, "No, dude, it never fail." I'm like, "Okay, I know, but like." It technically
in your eyes
is it's failing because it's not bringing in a profit, and we were dealt a weird ass hand and we're losing money and whatever. But then this other thing that I never thought would be a thing is actually like paying all of our bills.
Yeah.
Right. And so, fast forward 23, right after Christmas, I had contracts ready to go to everything, blah, blah, blah. Like, cool, man, enjoy your Christmas. Like we're going to, meet back up with you. We're going to sign everything, whatever, the two investors. And then that was the war with Russia and
Ukraine.
Ukraine.
Yeah.
And so
Were they Russian investors?
no.
Oh, okay.
But everyone, if people have money, they get scared with stuff like that. So everyone held their money because of COVID.
That's fair.
And then we were coming out of quote unquote COVID, right? And then the war hit.
Yeah.
And so they both, like, one guy ended up buying another investment house property, and the other guy was like, "No, dude, I'm just going to hold my money because it's too scary." And I was like, "Okay, cool. Well, I'm closing because of you guys. Just a heads up." Like,
Yeah.
What do you mean? No, you got. I'm like, "No, like I can't do this."
Yeah.
Like again, I was floating it. We were getting crazy in the debt. actually, my joke is that I will still continue to pay off the den for a while. Oh, yeah, it's bad. It's okay though. We're figuring it out. So, yeah, I ended up calling it quits because I could not hobble for another 3 to 5 year lease. I just couldn't do it. And I still get people to this day. They're like, dude, like bring it back, please. Like, so our town needs a place like that, somewhere safe, all ages all ages, right? That like people can go enjoy shows. So close that down. Did not plan on it, but like seriously, by the grace of God, like had a crazy amount of clients for video. So ended up actually excelling and being able to pay off debt. And, we actually ended up buying a home in, about a year and a half after that. And so doing really well because of this thing I never thought that I would even ever make money at. So
it's awesome.
It's funny how it all works out.
It's funny, right?
And it's crazy that you've only been doing videography for,
since 2020.
2020 for only a couple years. To me, I look at your stuff like, this dude's been doing it for a long time.
Yeah.
This dude, I always say that you're the best in the business. Dude, tell everyone, best in the business.
Thanks, man. Appreciate that.
Yeah, of course. And that, for someone who couldn't barely justify a $600 camera and wants to do more videography, I just like look at all your stuff. I'm like, man.
Yeah. Well, dude, after the den closed, I called my wife and I was like, babe, I think we need to do this. I think I need to like actually like, invest in this, right?
Yeah.
And she's like, let's do it. She's like, well, how much is everything? I'm like, well, yeah, it's a lot.
Do you want to hold up your camera you got with you today?
Yeah. So this is the FX3 right here.
Oh,
it's a movie camera.
So
the thing is insane.
Actually, it's funny. Like movies are being shot on this camera right now. Like it's technically a cinema camera.
What was that one movie? We talked about it when we all first met up, but they filmed that whole movie with like 10 of these.
Yeah, dude, it's so cool how they did it too. Because like, gosh, what is it called? It's the robot movie.
It's like, is it just called AI?
No, no.
iRobot.
Yes, actually, yeah, with Will Smith. Yeah, that was a film with this.
Hell yeah,
like 15 years ago.
Knew it, dude.
I forget what it's called, but like they have like the robots with things, and it's like based in China or whatever. But yeah, the whole idea behind that was, hey, we could take this like $500,000 like $1 million whatever camera budget that they had and get 1 or 2 cameras, or we could get 20 of these things and essentially never have to change lenses.
Yeah.
So like, hey, give me the 50 millimeter, give me the 70 millimeter. Now while we're doing this beach scene, I have a crew down the road setting up 3 different boom whatever on like cars, because we're gonna do a chase scene, and there was no overlap. It was just like on to the next scene. So they were saving so much money. Their production cost was way low because they were saving so much time. Like pretty much they just like were, they would get a snack real quick and they're on to the next scene.
Yeah.
Like, and into it. And the actors were warm. Like the last thing you want to do is hold your talent. You know what I mean? Like you don't want to be like, hey, like
sit around for an hour.
Like, like we got to set up this camera. Like, and they're just looking at this stupid thing going like, why are we setting this thing up? Just like, I'm ready to go. Let's go.
Yeah.
So, and it's really bugging me. Like what that movie is called.
Cooter. Can you look that shit up?
Cooter. FX3 Sony. So Sony FX3 camera. AI movie.
We're all gonna sit here and pause.
Yeah, I'm just gonna look at it.
Sony FX3.
Yeah, right there. The creator.
The creator. The creator.
Dude, and it
was close to iRobot.
Well, also, it did help that they had like a bajillion dollar budget for like FX or whatever.
Yeah,
like
their marketing was weird
and
though.
Everything. Like.
I just remember the marketing they did for it. The people like football games dressed as those robots and everything.
It
was like, are these real robots? Yeah. Is this real?
But it was really cool because like the director, he went to, I think it was like Thailand or something like that, and he like scouted spots with this, or no, it was with a different camera, but he wanted a smaller camera because that's where he scouted spots and how he pitched it, how he got all the funding. Yeah. He was like, no, I can only get this one shot with a smaller camera, so I want small cameras.
Yeah.
So I love it. I think it's cool. I forgot what we were talking about, but
we're just talking about your videography.
That's my camera.
The best in the business, and I'm trying to do what I can to get you more in 2A stuff.
Yeah,
let's go.
Because I think I love it. It's dope. Your shots always so clean, and like we were talking about in the car. What's your saying again?
Oh frick! What do you mean? What's saying?
Just making movies.
Oh, just making movies out here.
Just making movies.
Just making movies. Just out here making movies.
3-minute movies. Feeling all the emotions.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the video you're talking about. Yeah. Absolutely. Well, and it's crazy because like, so my background technically, yes, it's in audio and production and all that stuff, but my background is in like business, like branding and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And so that's like why we started the new company called Dork Social Club. So we're using photos and videos. So my wife's a phenomenal photographer.
She really is.
Thank you. She's just the freaking best.
She is indeed.
And obviously graphic. We're like looking at stuff.
Yeah, does she do all your graphics too?
She does all the graphic stuff. Like I just haven't done it in a long time, but yeah, she's the one.
Because I can't do that stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm always blown away by the graphics she puts.
Yeah. So, anyways, yeah. So, but we use all of our, cameras and video and all that stuff to essentially push the branding and marketing forward, right? So it's like, we know this, but we're going to use these tools to do that, right?
Yeah.
And also, we just love this crap. We love business. We love like the idea behind it and helping out small businesses.
Did the love for branding and all that kind of stuff come from like needing to do it for the den, or is it kind of always there? Or is it like, hey, we're backs kind of against the wall, we don't have much? Because I know you're selling, you were doing a lot of push for like merch, and you had that Vans collab, which is dope. Right, all for the den.
I always forget about that, dude.
I don't.
That was crazy, dude.
The first time I ever heard that story, I was like, I need a pair.
Yeah. I mean, so I know a loophole how we can get a pair if you guys want. Essentially, we just go make it customs and we just put the logo on. I still have the logo if you want. But no, you just whatever. But yeah, so here, I'll tell you that really quick, and then I'll kind of go backwards into like where it all began for branding.
Yeah.
But essentially, during the den, during COVID, I'm sitting in my office, this 3,000 square foot freaking building, empty. The heat's off. I can't pay the, I could pay the bill, but I'm trying to keep the bill down low, like the whole thing. Just going like, what do I freaking do? Like, what do I do? Like we had this Kickstarter, it went well, but like that went to crap, like what do I do? And then all of a sudden I get this freaking ad on Instagram from Vans going like, hey, are you a business struggling with freaking COVID? Let us know. We'll like collab with you. And it's called Foot the Bill. And then we'll make you some stuff. And you just have to tell us why we should, whatever with you. Come to find out, there was like 20,000 people that like,
holy crap,
tried out for this thing, and they only picked 8.
8?
Yeah, and the den was one of them. And so I set up my camera. I put up the stupidest light I could find because I was just like, no one's gonna watch this.
Yeah,
like it's Vans.
Yeah.
And then, dude, like 2 weeks later, I get this random phone call, and I normally don't answer them.
Yeah.
I just answered it. She's like, "Hi, this is Katie from Vans." I'm like, wait, what do you mean? She's like, Vans, the shoe company. And I'm like, no, I'm fully aware. Like, but what do you mean?
Yeah.
Like, why?
What do you mean?
Why are you calling me?
Can I help you?
Yeah. What's going on? She's like, oh, I just want to let you know, like you guys like won the Foot the Bill thing, and like we want to collab with you. So we're going to make you, I forget what it was. It was like 200 shirts and then as many shoes as you could sell.
Wow.
And everything was pre-order, right?
Yeah.
But it's like, like I have shoes and a shirt with one of my companies on it.
That's pretty cool.
And it's
rad. It's the dream
shirt, honestly. Like the shoe's cool. Don't get me wrong. Like the shoe's cool, but the shirt, because like I just sent them all my logos, and the guy like sent me a freaking thing, like a whatever back, a proof back,
like a mock-up.
Yeah, within like 2 minutes, and he's like, "Dude, I love your logo. It fits too well with like us, and this is the easiest thing I did. What do you think?" And I was like, "It's perfect." I was like, there's no changes. He's like, agreed, dude. Like, this looks really good.
Nice.
He's like, we would actually sell this on like the shelf. And I was just like, you can.
Yeah, do it, please.
Just give me some of that royalties because your boy needs to eat. Like,
yeah,
it's just like,
sure.
So yeah. And then we pushed it like crazy, and they were a little bit more expensive because like, it was pretty much a custom shoe.
Yeah.
It was like $120 or whatever. And there were the skate highs, and they were the
they were
shoes.
rad.
And then they gave us 60%. So she said, hey,
nice.
just cover the cost to make the shoe, which is 40, and we'll give you 60.
Nice.
And I'm like, okay,
cool.
I mean, are you kidding me? Sweet. So like we raised, I think it was like $5,000 or $6,000, but like,
yeah,
I mean, come on, like it was crazy. And again, like I cannot reiterate how much our town showed up, because how much our town wanted us to like thrive.
Yeah.
And like, again, I cannot leave my door without like getting someone being like, dude, like bring back the den. Like I can't. It's okay though, but it's just like our town like just loved it so much. So
yeah.
If you keep scrolling, they might be on there.
Yeah, Cooter's scrolling way back.
Oh, right there. Yeah.
Yeah, those shoes, yeah. They're dope.
Wow, those
That's
are
cool.
sick.
Dope logo. No bottom
Yeah.
jaw. Gotta love it.
Yeah, dude.
That's
It's
pretty cool.
Bottom jaws are for losers.
And then the shirt might be on there too if you go back. And down a little bit. Maybe. Oh wait, go up. Right there. There's the front. There's me looking all cute, dude.
Always
that's the
cute.
music venue right there. So see the wolf head in the back.
Oh yeah.
Soundproofing. There might be a back shot somewhere around there. Look, see how small my braids were then?
Yeah.
So small.
Little baby braids, dude.
I love your braids.
There's some like no braid shots, dude.
Oh wow, yeah.
And
That's
then
crazy. I don't like that.
Yeah, I know, weird, right?
I don't like that at all. If you ever cut your braids again, I want one as a gift.
Actually, dude, I'll be honest. If I ever cut it, I'm gonna donate it for sure. Like
That's fair.
I can't maybe I'll give you a little piece of hair. I don't know. I have such a heart for.
Give it to Garrett, and we'll put it in some epoxy.
Make a handle out
of it.
Make
a handle out of it.
Oh my
God. Actually, I would love a tooth or something with I don't know, that'd be cool. Like necklace.
A little tooth.
I should do that with some. Oh my gosh, that was one of the hoodies.
That's sick.
Ups.
So
baby
the love for branding and marketing, right? Because you're really, really good at it, in my opinion, right? So did that come from a necessity of the den, I have to get into this, or was it always something that you were trying to do?
That was actually the first thing that happened. So the den was it was a passion project, but it was also I want to see if I can even do this. From the branding side, can I even make a brand that would work? And that's what makes me so stoked that people still come up to me to say it's because they actually we're so in love with the brand and the mission and the tag, which is your branding foundation, essentially, which I talk a lot about. But so I was out in Washington and I was working this crappy HVAC job, and I was an apprentice, and I hated every second of it, crawling underneath homes, and I hate heights. So getting up on ladders with 40-pound compressors and an 80-pound bag, or it's just the worst thing in the world.
Sketch.
And so what happened though was I started listening to a lot of business podcasts, and I had a 40-minute drive one way, then a 40-minute drive home from this job. And so I started really putting in hours, really putting in time listening to business podcasts, and was dabbling or was thinking about it might be really cool to really pursue a recording studio.
Yeah.
And so I really started to learn all this stuff. And then I really was man, I actually really like this stuff. So when I started the recording studio, I made money doing recording and mixing and mastering. But my content, my free stuff, the stuff I'd put out to essentially market myself was business advice for bands.
Okay.
And so I started helping out bands, started helping out with their branding, started helping out with their mission, started helping out turning these bands into actual businesses and them actually making money. And then going man, I actually just love business, which is weird because I was a bad student. I was a bad, teachers hated me. I'll just say that, except for the cool teachers. But they just did not like me, and I just was not good. I acted out. I have learning issues and disabilities and crap like that, and terrible at reading, terrible at whatever. Teachers wouldn't pick on me or wouldn't be hey dude, can you read? Because I would just act out. It was a whole thing.
Yeah.
And so for me, years later going, no, I'm going to sit down and read this book because it's about business and I'm really intrigued by this.
Yeah.
Would probably freak out some of my teachers if they ever knew. They'd be
it's just finding that interest.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's just finding that thing that I actually liked and that I actually could put into practice. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so now fast forward so many years later, doing it with so many different companies and so many, helping out so many different bands and so many different people. Just I love it. I love it so much. And it's weird because I actually love it more than videography.
Really?
Yeah, I do. And I can totally see actually in the future, not really doing that much videography, mostly for myself and the homies. And it's funny because every time I think about this, I'm always I'm never gonna not do stuff for Garrett though, because I don't think he would let me.
He wouldn't let you.
He wouldn't let me. You know, but
you're going in the trunk.
100%. But I would never not want. I never not want to. I would always want to do his stuff because he's my favorite person. He's so easy to work with. And you're the same way too. The worst part or the worst thing about really any work, I guess, but especially with video, is showing up to a shoot where you don't mesh with that person.
Yeah.
Right. And so it's you or Garrett or, there's a couple other people, Zach was the same way, the homies. So it's I can see myself continuing to do stuff, but not promoting it.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And being very picky. And also the goal would be like to not really even charge my friends. Like I don't want to charge you. I don't want to charge Garrett. If I know he's probably going to be listening to this too. Like in a perfect world, but dude, just give me like a knife, like every now and then, like bring me like some In-N-Out burger and we're good. You know what I mean? Like that's my goal in life. So yeah, if in a perfect world, like if I could just help people brand and sell courses and sell, oh gosh, what they're called? They're like live in person courses. I'm forgetting. I literally was just talking about it with my wife today. But just doing stuff like that.
Like the master classes,
but like they're called, it's like 8 weeks, cohort. Yeah.
Oh, cohort.
Yeah. It's like doing cohorts.
Oh, like an actual in-person.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or like through, Zoom. Or whatever, you know, like, cause that's my thing is like, for instance, there's so many people like that I'm meeting with the release of Dork that probably won't use us for content because they don't live by us and they don't have the budget to fly us out, which is okay. I totally get that, but I want to help them.
Yeah.
And it's like, if I could help them with branding and marketing, like, and they live in Florida or they live in Texas or they live wherever, like, oh my gosh, that'd be so fun. And then the cool part would be like, okay, now once a year, we're holding a big ass event in Vegas or in Mesa or in Texas, and everyone flies out and we do this big old conference, all these people, and it's just a freaking party, you know? So like that would be my personal goal, but I will always have a camera in my hand. I just like how I make money right now is through corporate gigs because the ones that have the money. Yeah. But like, I don't like corporate gigs. Like I want to hang out with people with knives and guns and do cool. Dude, that guy just hit me back up.
Did he?
The Bible guy.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know what it says. I really want to look though, but I don't know what it says.
He's in Cali.
But yeah, that's like, dude, I want to do stuff like that. Like he engraves, he tattoos Bibles.
So he actually owns a company where it's like a pen, but it acts as a tattoo gun. So there's like a mechanism in it, so where you can like do stipple shading and stuff like that. He's actually in my traveling sketchbook.
That's
he's a super solid guy.
Well, I love his stuff too. Like it's right up my alley. It's
he was
cool.
He was tattooing Bibles, and then he wanted to laser engrave some, and so I hooked him up with one of my laser engraver guys to like get all of the knowledge for him possible. Yeah. And then I saw that story. I think it was a story yesterday. I immediately sent it to you. I'm
bummed because like
tell him Vandal sent you.
Well, I did.
Okay,
I
good.
I'm
cool.
bummed though because like yesterday was just one of those days where I didn't even like look at my phone till 10 p.m. Yeah. Like I didn't even look at my phone. And so I saw that, I'm like, oh, dang it. So it might, he just hit me back up. It might be like, oh, dude, sorry, like found somebody, but I don't even know. But it's like, my whole point is like, those are the people I want to work with. And I kind of just want to make money elsewhere. Yeah. But then like work with the homies.
Work with who you want to work with.
Yeah. Like I don't want to be like, oh yeah, dude, next shoot $5,000. It's like, no, I want to be like, dude, just give me a hoodie and like give me a high five.
Yeah. Forehead kiss.
Or don't even give me a hoodie. Like I just want to come help you out.
Dude,
you
I'm
know,
still
like
gonna give you a hoodie. I'll give you a hoodie and money. I just want you to like help me out with like doing the re-release.
Just give me a hoodie. We'll freaking make some dope promo. Okay. And you'll probably find like $100 bill in your pocket. Like, thanks God. No, that was from me.
Here you go.
Well, hey, let's have a quick word from our sponsors and come back and.
Do you guys have sponsors?
Talk about some crazy stories. Oh. No, I just have to pee.
Oh, okay. All right. And
way to fucking call us out like that, Steven.
Dude, I'll be your sponsor.
Awesome. Thank you to our amazing sponsors that were definitely plugged in there, and it wasn't just a pee break. Banquets run through me, man. All right, Banquets, sponsor us. So, Steven, we talked a little about who you are, your roots a bit, stuff like that. I want to hear about like what's like one of the worst shooting experiences you've had.
Shooting?
Well, cameras or guns.
Either one. I was like,
I've had some pretty funny gun ones.
Yeah. Oh gosh, I don't think I've ever really had a bad shooting experience. Like every time I go, I feel like someone's just trying to like.
He's so professional.
I feel like someone's just trying to help me, like because I'm not like amazing by any means.
Don't say that about yourself.
I've had to put like too many rounds through stuff, you know. But like.
Oh, I thought you meant your camera stuff.
Oh, I don't know what we're talking about.
Whichever shooting you want, you got to clarify.
You said either or.
I shot a whole school. It's like, whoa. It was portrait day.
Oh, you know what's funny though is I do get in like video mode and I go like, man, this is gonna be a great shoot. Or like, no, what do I say? Oh, I was hanging out with my father-in-law and we were walking up to a restaurant and the family was up, you know, whatever. And I was like, yeah, I have a shoot there tomorrow. I have to go shoot that place tomorrow. That's what I said. I have to go shoot that place tomorrow. And he just goes. I'm like, dude, you know me.
Where's the manifesto, Steven?
I'm like, come on, dude. Anyways, but like my worst. Okay, actually, it's funny. Actually, it's really funny because of what happened yesterday.
Okay.
So, videography, that type of shooting, right?
Yeah.
So essentially, long story long, about a year ago, I did this shoot with this lady, with this real estate agent. And she turned out being the freaking worst. And so essentially I was just like, hey, okay, I'll make it short actually, because it's not that good of a story. But I was just like, hey, like, I know you want to do this shoot here, but it's outside. You're going to be squinting the whole time. There's a really busy road. We should not do this interview here. Like, we just should not do this. And she's just like, no, I want it outside. I want this, whatever. I'm like, okay, cool. And then like, whatever, that's fine. It's not, but it's fine. And then I was like, hey, bullet points too. Like, don't write down a script, just like bullet points. Like, we'll have a conversation, the whole thing. It's an interview, right?
Yeah.
So I set up all my live. Oh no. So I get to the location, right? She didn't call ahead. It was like this mountain bike shop. It's this really cool mountain bike shop, like brewery in Prescott. And they have this really cool back patio. She's like, I want to go there. I'm like, cool. She didn't call ahead. They had no idea. I have all my gear. I have my I have all my gear. Like, we're ready to go. And they're like, what are you doing? I'm like, oh, hey, I'm here, whatever. And it's like, we have no idea what you're talking about. So I swindled them into like letting us use it. Yeah. Because they weren't busy. It was like 10, in the morning. And so I set up all my gear, whatever. She shows up 20 minutes late, of course.
Real estate agent,
and just a terrible person. And she's just like, okay, cool. Like, let's go. And so like, rushing me. I'm like, I'm ready to go. Like, just sit down, And she just goes, so I, like, literally that was the whole entire thing.
Nice.
And it was terrible. And so did some magic, whatever, big old diesels, like right behind her, And so I made it look as best I could. And she's like, cool. Like, I hate this. And I'm like, yeah, we should reshoot this inside at your office. It's beautiful. We should, go down the bullet points like I was telling you about, whatever, the whole thing. And she's like, okay, cool. How does Tuesday work for you? I'm like, that's fine, but I got to send you another bill. She's like, what do you mean you got to send me another bill? I'm like, okay, well, did I do anything wrong? And she's like, well, there was like one scene that was too dark. I'm like, oh, I can raise it up in 5 minutes. I'll send it over to you right now. She's like, okay, but I still don't like the video. I'm like, why don't you like the video? And she's like, well, I don't sound good. I'm squinting the whole time. There's like wind in my eyes. There's loud trucks. I'm like, I told you all of this, right?
Who would have guessed?
Yeah. Ooh. And she's like, okay, cool. Well, this is unacceptable, and hung up. And so I tried to call her back and whatever, and the whole thing, and text her a couple times, like throughout, like, a couple weeks later. I was like, hey, like, just want to make sure, like, whatever. And this is also another reason why I do get paid up front. I do like, hey, 50% to book the day, and then 50% to book or when I show up on the shoot.
Oh, okay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
And because this doesn't happen all the time, but like I have had people like take my stuff and run and use it. I try
to do that to you.
I'm surprised that's never happened to you, especially being like very digital, like you are.
It's never happened. I've had a couple times where people took way too long to pay.
Yeah.
But I talked to you about it. I was like, I don't do it anymore because my wife got mad at me, but it'd be 100% done. Like, you pay me everything when the art piece is done. Yep. And I never had any issues. There was always that risk of like, hey, you could just not like it or like cancel it, and then I'm out all of that time and labor, which like whatever. I had a couple ones where it's like I got paid like 3 months later, but no one ever like screenshotted stuff and like ran away with it or anything like that. Yeah. Which has been I've dealt with good people, and I'm picky, and if someone's like, I've had to end a couple like commissions because like to me, I didn't have it up there. It was like 50% up front, and if you cancel or I cancel, like there's no refund. But there's a couple times where it's like being paid on the back half. I was just like, hey, I'm done. Like, I don't like working with you.
Yeah.
No hard feelings. Hope you nothing but the best. Here's some references for other artists that you could talk to. I'm done.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, okay. And they didn't have to like yell at me about money. No. Yeah.
Well, I have a lot of people that cancel too.
That'd be more frustrating for sure.
So in my contract, I can actually keep the deposit. I have yet to do it. Mm-hmm. It's because it's normally like, oh, well, I'm sorry. Like, can we just move it to? I'm like, that's fine. Mm-hmm. But like, yeah, it's a whole thing.
Yeah.
Well, okay. So full circle, right? So that happened
like a year ago, right?
And I straight up like would see her every now and then. It was always awkward, and she's just whatever. Well, so I work for a magazine in town, and for every cover of the magazine, we do a video, an interview style video for
her.
Nice.
Well, she's the cover this month.
Nice.
And so I didn't know this. I showed up to the shoot. So it was a week ago we did B-roll, and then yesterday we did the interview. But a week ago I walked up like it's called the County Seat in Prescott. I don't know if you guys have been. It's this really cool coffee shop. Like,
I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
It's on the 3rd floor. It's freaking cool. Overlooks downtown. It's beautiful.
It's sick.
I'm like walking up my camera rack and I just see her. And it's like, cool. But I'm like, my client is like a gem. She's just like, she's my favorite person ever. I have this awesome contract with her, and she just re-upped. I have a lot of favorite clients because
obviously,
because a lot of my
You caught him up, dude.
Okay, got his ass.
Got him.
It goes Garrett. It goes my client Bree.
Oh,
it goes Holden.
We're ranked.
Shit.
But anyways, yeah. So I show up and it's her.
Am I top 10?
And then, dude, you're like top 5 for sure.
I'll take that. Number 5. Sometimes 5.5.
Oh my gosh. But and then like yesterday was the interview and it was just awkward as heck. And
I saw you making a post about it too, and I was like, oh hey,
what?
You did like a story of like,
just like who I was interviewing. Yeah. So that's her. If you want to dig a little bit or whatever. Oh, that's today.
That's today. That's us.
Look how pretty. Yeah. So that was like, it's funny because that just happened yesterday. That was like full circle. So that was a bad one.
One more forward. That's a lot of equipment.
Yeah.
Yeah. There it is. Look at that. There she is. Pole rack going through her head. And then I think as far as like funny, but not, I don't know, it was just kind of whatever. It was when I was telling you about this thing actually overheat with Garrett.
Oh yeah.
As we were doing that liquid death shoot. And we were over here at Bumblebee and it was like 115, 120 degrees out. And my camera overheated like 3 times. That's never happened to me. Like, I bought this thing for a reason because it had a fan and the thing does not overheat. But I don't think they test it in freaking hell.
Yeah.
No, probably not.
It freaking is that hot. And so, like, I had a box over at one point and then I would take it off when we'd shoot. And then we would go by the truck and, like, oh, it was terrible. So, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, dude.
Oh, he's just going through your stuff. So also you had a stalker, and I found that story interesting. But also, so to prelude, it was an almost investor in the den. How did you go about finding investors for your business and stuff? Just from a business aspect, that fascinates me.
Yeah.
Because I'm just like, I don't think I would ever get investors for Vandal, but if I wanted to, like, how would I go about that?
For something like for Vandal too, I would highly like not recommend it either.
Okay.
I would just like, dude, like you're growing the community, just like Garrett, man. Like all of you guys are growing like slow growth community. And like, that's the way to do it.
Yeah.
Because dude, in 5 years, in 10 years, you guys will be full-time. You don't have to worry about money. Right. And I'm serious. Like if you just keep on this slow growth and freaking, and
the dream.
Yeah. Cause it's like, that's the hard part is like when you want to grow fast.
Yeah.
Yes, you get investors. Right. But now you have someone kind of breathing down your neck. You have a boss, right?
Yeah.
And you have to now communicate with that boss or that shareholder, and it's a whole thing.
But if you want to invest in the podcast, let us know.
Yeah. There you go. It's a headache. But like for what I was trying to do is I needed the $3 million building.
Yeah.
I wanted to be downtown. I needed 30 people.
Couldn't just grind that out? You can grind out 3 million real quick.
Well, so I didn't
imagine.
I didn't get in. Yeah. So I mean, we can get into numbers what he was talking about, but it got real sketchy real fast because it wasn't even his money. It was like someone else's money.
Really?
And it was weird, and all these weird things were happening. But okay, so essentially, how your question was, how do you even go about like even trying to get investors?
Yeah, and then we'll go into your stalker investor.
It's hard because like there are .coms, but I would stay away from those because they're scammy or whatever,
like
or like
sugardaddy.com.
Super hot. Yeah, exactly. But essentially you just talk to a bunch of people.
Yeah.
You just talk to a bunch of people and you tell your mission over and over and over and over. I mean, dude, and this is kind of what like slingshot my video business forward was that how many hands I shook during the den time. I mean, I went everywhere, and it was cool because I got to the point where it's like, I would walk into an event or I walk into a building, not an event, just trying to get coffee, and 30 people would come up to me. Oh, dude, I've been meaning to meet you. Oh, dude, whatever. It also helps, I guess. I hate it sometimes, but I stand out like a sore thumb. Like,
it's just so handsome.
Just how I am, you know.
Only you and Garrett are the most handsome people in Prescott. It's kind of hard not to notice.
It's this freaking haircut that I have, which is funny because I was in the grocery store the other day and I had your hoodie on.
Oh yeah,
it's like zip, like uptight,
like Kenny.
Yeah, just like not showing these bad boys. And this guy was like, "Oh, so what's up?" He was like, "Oh, what's up, Steven?" I'm like, what's up, dude? How's it going, man?
Yeah.
Try to go incognito.
Well, I was just like hat down, freaking like AirPods in, dude, just doing a grocery shop real quick. Like, oh, what's up, dude? How's it?
I'm not wearing all black. They won't recognize
Yeah,
me.
exactly. I was wearing my baggy pants. But what was I talking about?
Investors and just
Yeah,
building
so
that
you just
networking.
You just gotta network. You gotta network, and it's crazy, especially in a small town. Like out here, like I feel like there's probably just rich people everywhere, but it's crazy that like how many like rich like never have to work again. My kids, people that I met, like their kids don't have to work again. I met in that town. Like it's actually pretty insane.
Wow.
A lot of people move there. A lot of people are just wealthy because of other things, and they just live there their whole life.
It's like the nicest spot in Arizona, in my opinion.
I would agree. Like it's beautiful there. It does suck sometimes living there because there's just not a whole lot to do, and you're like, I want to go do stuff, and then there's whatever. But like, it is a beautiful town. But yeah, I would just shake a bunch of hands, and a lot of people did not essentially like what I was doing, but a lot of people just loved it because my whole mission too, and this helped, was like I was doing this for the kids.
Yeah,
I was doing this for the teens, and like we have like the Boys and Girls Club, and we have teen centers, and we have things like that, but like we don't have anything for like those kids that won't go there.
Yeah,
or the 16 to like 25-year-olds that are like, getting into trouble and doing drugs and whatever. And like we had security guards, and we were like checking stuff and trying to keep it like a clean like environment, like no alcohol, things like that.
Just do drugs in the bathroom.
Yeah.
And it happened, and it sucked. And I found out a lot about it after, and it really kind of made me sad, you know. Or every now and then I'd find like freaking little shooters underneath like the merch tables and stuff that the bands were doing. I always just tell the bands, like, just go in your car. Just go because like it was a no reentry policy for like anyone that came. But for bands, like they had to go to their vans. I was like, dude, I don't care what you smoke, that's fine. But like, I mean, obviously don't do crazy. Like it was mostly just weed or whatever. But I was like, dude, just go to your car. Like, just don't miss it.
The drum players in the back just doing crack.
And the freaking
he said, smoke whatever you want.
Well, and the mayor's son would come, and he's looking over at the bands because we had a little like divider area.
How old was the mayor's son?
Like 16, 17.
Oh, okay.
And he would just look over and see everyone smoking weed. I'm just like, guys, come on. Like, I'm trying to keep this place from getting shut down. Like, do you want a place to hang out and play? Because I'm trying to do that, and you're making it harder. You know? Coolest part is we never had the cops call on us.
Well, that's cool.
For sound, for any violations.
Oh, that's cool.
Like that.
I would have called him.
I honestly almost called him a couple times.
Get him more audience, dude. It's called networking.
Oh my gosh.
But it was just cool. Like, we had a good rap for us, dude. Like, and everyone loved it there. So it was cool.
And you got a stalker out of it.
Yeah. So essentially, he actually was going to invest the most amount, which was crazy.
But wasn't his money.
Yeah. Dude,
So was he?
Weird.
He was
so maybe
probably
he was
like a manager, like a fund manager, or he's just like the middleman or something.
Well, so that's when I started seeing red flags. Is when I found that like, oh well, it's actually this guy's money, and I'm talking to him about it, but he's gonna invest a couple. It was like he was talking to this guy about like 1.5 to 2 million, and then he was gonna do at least 500 because he wanted. But I was like, whoa, I have to meet this guy.
Yeah, let me talk to that guy.
Like, what are you talking? He was like, no, dude, like he's my guy. And I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna steal him from you. Like, I want to know who's investing into this company.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And again, at this point, I'm just like, dude, I don't want a boss. I don't want anybody like, hey, dude, what are the numbers? Hey, why are you doing this? Hey, like, why isn't this good this month? Blah, blah, blah. Like, yeah, don't get me wrong. The building downtown would have been really nice, really cool. Like, it would have been my, 10-year goal in 3 years. Yeah. Like it would have been awesome, And so, but got real sketchy real fast after like 3 meetings with him. Ended up having,
you met him in person?
Yeah, I met him 3 different times.
Okay.
Third time got a weird feeling and decided to call everything off.
Yeah.
Do you think that maybe he was just in love with you?
I mean, that is a chance. It happens.
It's happening right now.
Mostly to men, with men.
Right
yeah.
here.
Yeah.
You want to get
involved
in this?
This has been going on, Holden. I don't know if you know.
Did you not see us giving forehead kisses when we did the shoot?
I feel left out.
He's just out there looking at the ants as we're like,
Just over there playing with ants.
These are really nice ants over here, guys. You guys seeing this?
Each other. It's not fair.
We were holding hands.
It's not fair.
Gosh.
I seen the kisses. I seen what was going on. It's all right.
But yeah. Anyway, so like after that third conversation, I was like, I talked to my wife. I was like, I don't know. I don't think this is like.
You gotta trust those guys' feelings,
money,
man.
Like, it's not whatever. Like, he's just some random dude that he had a cane. I don't know. It's just like red flags,
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
He had a cane. Yeah, pimp.
Yeah. He drove like this really gnarly Mustang, which I'm not a Mustang guy. And
If you're that rich, why are you driving a Mustang?
but he freaking he was handicapped, so he would park in the handicap spots. I was like, dude, you don't drive a Mustang and park in a handicap. So anyways, it was a whole thing. So, yeah. So essentially, like how the conversation went, it was a long conversation, but he could tell the deal was going away.
Yeah.
And he decided to threaten my family and some of my friends' families because he knew them because of social media. Like he never actually met my kids. He met my wife a couple of times, but
how did she feel about him?
Oh, she couldn't stand him from the first time.
Yeah.
From the first meeting, she was like, I don't like this guy. And I was like, well, let's just feel him out. Also, through the course of history with my wife, she's always been right about gut feelings.
Yeah.
It's happened 3 like pretty gnarly times now, that being the third one. Every single time she's right. Yeah. Every single time. So now I'm like, I don't care what she's like. I don't care if she's like, yeah, dude, that freaking that guy, that car, whatever. I'm like, I'm just gonna believe her because I'm tired of her being right. Yeah.
Like, that's how my wife is. She just gets gut feeling about people. I always trust my gut too. I have a pretty good gut, but I'm like you. I give people more of the benefit of the doubt. It's like, well, let's talk about it and see how this goes.
I'm more gracious.
Yeah, and then, but as soon as I get that gut feeling about someone, I'm like, nope, I'm good. And
same, yeah. But she just catches it way before I do.
We get different vibes though. Like she'll have a gut feeling about one person, and then I'll have a gut feeling about another, and we're both right, but we both just
Well, and I'll be honest too. Like I am the provider, I am the dude, right? And like I'm going like, well, I have like different things in my head going like, well, this guy could help out a lot of problems.
Yeah.
Like this guy could like financially help out a lot of problems. You know what I mean? So
especially during that time, you're really wanting to focus more on the pros than the cons.
I was getting no sleep.
Yeah, you're getting that tunnel vision of like this could be the answer.
Because like at that point in time, you're looking at it like this is the light at the end of the tunnel. Yeah. Like this is the way we get to where we want to be, and then you're at the end, even though
if I have to work with a
falling
pimp,
apart, you're still trying to find reasons to keep it together and want to do it and everything. So,
but yeah, essentially,
was it a nice cane? I'm sorry, I'm really fixating on this cane
dude,
right now.
Like picture Kid Rock.
Yeah.
Like he was just like a 50, 60-year-old, whatever, still dressing with the studded pants, you know, and just had his like pimp cane, like skull on it, whatever.
Okay, cool.
He did have something up with his legs.
Yeah.
Needed a cane.
But I just want to make sure he had a nice cane. If it was just
he
like,
had the bandana with the spiky hair and
Guy Fieri, dude.
Guy Fieri.
Guy Fieri.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Flavor Town.
It was the bandana that killed me.
Wow.
Like over the forehead, you can't see his forehead. You know, it's eyebrows and then spiky hair. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. That's a bold look.
Snap into a Slim Jim.
Exactly. Yeah. And so yeah, it just went south, and I decided to call off. And he was like, well, dude, I know your kids' names. I was like, okay, we're doing this, and I flipped. And not many people have seen me like that. I could probably count them on my hands, like how many people have actually seen me actually get upset. I don't like to get upset, you know.
Yeah.
You don't want to see me when I'm
Where is she?
Where are they? Tell me where they are.
But it's just like, dude, you don't
do that. That's a line.
I had this saying, like growing up or whatever, like you can pick on me all you want, but like don't mess with like my family. Like the only fight I ever got in high school and I got picked on a lot was when someone like was calling my brother gay and like was picking on him and actually hit him, and I freaking threw that guy at the lockers and got in a crazy like chokehold thing from the police officer or whatever. Like it was bad. Like
Wait, with the police officer?
Well, so
you choked out a police officer?
No, this officer. This is my luck, right? So go up to this kid, chuck him against the lockers, grab him, gonna punch him again, or gonna punch him, and then the freaking officer is right there.
Oh.
He just was walking by, doing his morning routes or whatever, and he just freaking grabbed me and whoops.
You're good.
Sorry. He just grabbed me
like
and,
that.
Yeah. Grabbed me and just freaking took me to the office, and then it was a whole thing.
I thought you were saying you put the police officer in chokehold.
Well, him too. I'm just kidding.
You went into a rage, dude.
But yeah, so it's like I don't know what it is, but like, you just don't mess with my people.
Yeah.
Like could be my friends, could be my family, and then like my kids.
Yeah.
Let alone my wife. Like I was just, oh dude, it was bad. So anyways, that's what happened with that.
But just know you got a bunch of people in south of Prescott that will, back you up pretty immediately.
Yeah. Dude, which I love. Yeah, I'm gonna take you up on that offer we were talking about before.
Do it.
But side note about this really quick because you asked about investments and stuff like that. Anything with business, anything that there'll be a contract with, right? You got to be careful, like who you go into business with.
Yeah.
Like it can, because if it turns south and you have writing on papers or you have financial whatever and a contract, like it gets messy really fast. And luckily with the closing, because I did have some other business partners, they were okay with it. But like there could have been some stuff that went south very easily. But I was trying to be very
Yeah, you communicate. You're very good at communicating. So I think that's like it's just the transparency.
It's
of
very
it.
important.
Right? If you would have pulled the plug without telling anybody,
yes,
that would have been a bad look, right? It's like the whole thing, like, oh, he just took the money and ran.
Yes,
you know, which I agree with. Like, I'm very picky on who I do business with in general.
Yeah,
and I mean, even the podcast, like we met a couple of times. We had we hung out a lot before the podcast actually took off to make sure like this would work and that we could trust each other. You know what I mean? Because without that, what do we have?
Nothing.
Fucking nothing. You know, and even going forward, like with my business, it's just like being very picky on who I work with, what manufacturers, what blanks I use, what screen printers I use.
You have
right?
to.
You gotta be.
It all comes back to your brand.
Yeah, and it's like if other people had a bad taste in their mouth with you know what I mean? It's like I'm gonna be very weary. And I've had a couple people I've worked with a lot of people said bad things about them, but I'm like sitting there like people also have said bad things about you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So then I meet that person like, oh, this person is a great. Yeah. They're amazing. You know what I mean? It's just that word of mouth is so important, and like the contracts and everything like that. Like I've done a couple things where I've signed contracts for like deals and stuff, and luckily everything's gone well. But I've seen the other side of it when like you don't fulfill the contract or something gets bold, and
well, you have to have a contract, that's for sure. But just be careful before you sign it.
How do you do your contracts? Just ChatGPT it?
Dude, now I do. Now everything's chat. But like back in the day, like I was gonna have a lawyer with that one guy. But we didn't even get to that point. There wasn't a contract drawn up. But yeah, it was all lawyer stuff back in the day. But dude, like no joke, not to go crazy in the detail of it, but I had a good friend that was getting kind of screwed over by insurance, like claims and stuff. Mm-hmm. Had mold in his house, the whole thing. He's like, dude, I slapped that freaking 100-page document in ChatGPT and told it to read it back to me in like 3 paragraphs.
Yeah.
To like a 10-year-old. Like whatever.
Yeah. And
it did great. And then like essentially like it helped them write emails and whatever to like now win the case, because they were essentially going, no, we're not going to pay for this. No joke, he got like $20,000 worth of like mold and construction, whatever, approved because of ChatGPT.
Yeah. I don't think ChatGPT is a great writing tool by any means, but I've seen the argument that it's amazing for summarizing.
Yes.
Have you seen the thing where it's like I think it's ChatGPT, or it's a different AI program where you can put in like a PDF and it turns into a podcast?
No.
It's like 2 people like talking in their robot voices.
Oh,
and
yeah.
so someone uploaded a PDF and it was just like 5,000 words of someone saying pee and poop.
Oh my gosh.
And they did a podcast on it, and like there's actually like kind of humorous, like the host, like the AI host of it, were like, oh, what do we got on the next page? Oh, more pee and poop.
Oh my god.
No, I saw something where they were hosting, they had a podcast going and it built up a pretty decent following, and then they broke the news to everybody that both hosts were AI. And then it blew everybody's mind, and then both hosts basically, like whoever did all the programming programmed into the last episode, like, hey, this is going to be your last episode. You both as AI will not be coming back, so say your goodbyes.
That's crazy.
And they basically were just like, yeah, so like we aren't actual people, we're artificial, we're AI, and like this is our last step. And they were having a conversation like we are right now, back and forth to each other, like responding and stuff, and like it was crazy.
It's gonna get gnarly the next 5 to 10 years. Like I've seen some stuff already. I'm like, ugh.
We saw the guy that did that Spotify came after because he did AI music. He said AI make music, and then he just like did a bunch of bots to like watch or listen to the songs over and over and over again.
Oh, let's go.
To where he was pulling in revenue from it.
Yeah, let's go.
So he's basically like just paying himself pretty much.
I love that crap, honestly.
And but Spotify found out and they came after him.
It's fun.
It's funny though.
I love those kind of stories where people figure out ways to cheat the system.
Oh yeah, like, infinite money glitches.
Yeah, like is it right? No. Is it morally correct? No. But is it funny? Yes. It's pretty funny.
It's like when those people found out you can pull money out of Wells Fargo. I think it was Wells Fargo. Maybe it was a different
Chase.
It was Chase Bank. You can pull.
They were adding funds to like their account, or they were like trying to withdraw.
Yeah.
It was some glitch where if you went to an ATM, I don't know, maybe
it was wire fraud. So basically, certain banks and stuff, like if you have a good account with them, they'll pre-approve you for whatever money's coming in. So you'd be like, oh, here's a check for $10,000, and they're like, all right, cool, those funds are available. As soon as it cashes, we'll be good. But Chase is like, everyone has this right. So these people are going to ATMs and like doing fraud checks into it. So it's like check fraud and stuff for like $10,000 and taking all of the cash out and then just leaving.
Dude, they were doing it for like $100,000. Like, obviously you're not getting $100,000 in there, but I think it would read in their accounts that they would have $100,000 for like, I think 48 hours. Yeah. And then they would just go hit every freaking ATM they can. And
That's
then,
amazing.
Infinite money glitch.
And then Chase came down and was like, that's fraud. That's theft. We don't need that money back. And now they're going after everybody.
Yeah, so that's bad. But back to the whole Spotify thing.
That was
like,
bad.
That has a little key to my heart a little bit, just because like Spotify takes so much money from the artist.
Do they really?
Do they?
Oh yeah, I mean, dude, like the artist pretty much gets like 0.0 or 0.00000005 or whatever it is of a listen.
Wow.
I just see like Taylor Swift complaining about it, so then I don't care.
Yeah, because
To be honest.
she can go kick rocks. But
Hell yeah, brother.
but it's like no, it's like yeah, so it's like the whole like infinite whatever listen thing. Like that's cool because it's Spotify, and I pay Spotify a lot of money. So
Yeah.
and I don't see any of it.
So
I don't think we pay them anything, do we?
no,
Yep.
don't pay him anything.
I'm no, I pay for like the
premium.
my subscription.
Yeah, I pay for that.
Yeah.
Same.
I'm not gonna listen to ads.
It's $16 a month times a bajillion people, and artists aren't really seeing that. So it's hard. You know?
Music wise, what do you listen to lately? Garrett asked us the question, and I really enjoyed it. What are some like things you listen
Garrett
to
asked
lately?
you guys that?
Yeah, he
question?
did. He was like, "Hey, what
Was I supposed to bring questions?
No,
Oh,
he's just a better guest than you. I'm not.
I
Gonna,
mean, I did say I
Like,
love
when I
everyone
bring
else.
guests, it's
over.
like,
There it is. Am I top 5 though? There's only been 2 guests. Am I top
I mean, there's
5?
been four. There's been four.
There's been 4 guests.
You're number 4.
Oh, at
Dark Eyes Co. And then we got
Shot Show, right?
yeah, Shot Show episodes. Vandal in the back room, as we're calling it.
Dude, can I go in that back room?
We gotta get a black couch.
What am I listening to? I'm listening to a lot of, and Garrett's gonna love this one because I don't think he likes this genre of music.
Hell
I've
yeah.
been listening to a lot of the Midwest emo stuff.
Hell yeah,
I
dude.
don't know if you like get into that.
I love it when they take clips from
dude, they're killing it.
was
right
it
now online.
what's that one show? That's not Wish You Were Here or I Wish You Would Leave. I Wish You Would Leave.
Yes.
And they take clips from him.
Yeah.
And it's just like the random ones where he's like choking on the hot dog or something. He's like, "Well, I have to skip lunch. This is ridiculous." And he chokes on the hot dog, but it's like the Midwest emo.
Gosh.
Yeah. So I gotta look it up. So
he's pulling it up.
Sweet Pill, love them. Basement, love them. Nothing, dude. I love Nothing. Title Fight, of course. Joyce
You're
Manor.
rocking that Midwest emo look with those loose pants now.
Dude, I'm trying to, man. Narrowhead, Microwave's the old one for me. Gleamer, Balance and Composure, stuff like that. So
Nice.
yeah, dude, it's weird. I've always worn like straight or skinny jeans, but for some reason, this like last 2 weeks, I was like, oh, I should buy these. And my wife's like, who are you?
Someone's hip, someo's with the times.
Yeah, I'm trying to. All these kids, wear these baggy pants.
Yeah. I've seen a couple of.
You liked my fit the other day. You reached out and you said
you
it,
did?
dude.
Oh, shit.
I sure
I was
did.
wearing a brown pants, my checkerboard Vans, and a white shirt and a
Yep.
brown hat.
Yes.
Like not
It
a
was a good fit.
ounce of
Fabulous.
crazy,
It was
dude.
great. You looked great.
Yeah, I was like, my mom was like, who are you?
Who are you?
I'm also Batman.
Where is she?
Where is she?
Holden, you been listening to anything new lately?
Yeah, man. Well, let's see. I
had to pull mine up,
I
too.
had to pull mine up. Let's see.
I've been on a big jazz kick lately.
Yeah.
I
I
had
don't know. I mean, like
Just so much hate, dude.
I had some medieval music pulled up because
some
Medieval,
bardcore.
for the Ren Fair. I had some music from Skyrim pulled up.
Oh
too.
hell yeah! You gotta listen to bardcore where they do covers of songs but with like lutes and shit.
Oh, okay, I'll look into it. And then I did I got Teenage Dirtbag by Wheatus on here.
Good.
I got Hatebreed, Tsunami, Kublai Khan,
Dude,
Nice.
Tsunami and Kubakan. Holy
Yes.
crap, they're killing it. Right now.
Manos di Fierro. They're pretty cool.
You ever seen Kubakan live?
No, I
Okay,
really
when they
want
come
to.
through, we gotta go because
I'm down.
I
I don't know if this event goes to me.
I know
No, I'm talking to Holden.
Okay.
Deftones. Deftones is
I'll
coming
go
out to
fuck
Phoenix
myself.
soon.
Then.
But dude, like Kubakan shows are scary. They're
Yeah.
gnarly. They're so sick though. You gotta come. You'd love it.
Show.
Oh, is this an invite? Are you talking to me now?
No, I mean,
Are you talking to
I was
Cooter?
talking to Cooter. Actually.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Maybe,
damn it.
maybe we should have Cooter pull up a video of a Kublai Khan show.
Yeah.
It's I'm sitting over here like I've been listening to a lot of jazz.
Do you know who Kubakan is?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. Freaking.
They're hardcore.
Yeah. I love how much he says the B
Brother.
word too.
Yeah.
I like that.
Dun 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 dun.
Like just the oh my god, the breakdowns are insane.
Yeah,
like it drops.
I don't think I've ever seen any videos from their shows.
Like every time I hear Kublai Khan, I want to go downstairs into the gym.
It's like I watch your stuff
it on the radio and just throw weights around. Like I want to like. It makes you.
You want to swing kick a kid in the face.
Yeah.
Why does he have the sickle and hammer with the?
So that is a guy who films a lot of this stuff, and is
he a communist? He's a dirty commie.
Yeah, his name is Hate56, and he's a commie. Like, yeah,
communism.
He's not. He's very vocal about it, as you can tell.
No, well, fair enough.
I love arguing with communists.
Yeah, Kublai Khan's pretty freaking crazy, dude.
So this guy actually used to have gnarly braids too.
Did he?
Oh, really?
He had long ass braids.
Is that what inspired you?
Was he in the service?
No, I think so.
I think
he went to jail for a while.
He's probably Navy.
Because I saw something like where like there was a Kublai Khan collab with Dixon Flannels or something, and the pattern for it was the Desert Marine Corps pattern, the Marpat.
Cool.
So, and then I've seen him kind of wear some military-esque stuff before, so I never knew if he served.
It's
or
also
not.
just like fashion stuff. I mean, you look at like I think it's Urban Outfitters. They were selling like multi-cam pants.
Oh yeah,
isn't that funny?
I was like, what the hell? My culture isn't your costume or whatever, dude.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
Yeah.
Cultural appropriation.
Yeah.
That's all good.
What inspired me to start braiding my hair was
You just look handsome.
that, and also just kept on getting in my face, like when I would bend down to get stuff, and like it was just in my face. But then one time live on stage, I went to like go and like scream or yell.
all the hair went in.
Dude, I legit feel like it touched my lungs. Like, I'm not even kidding you. I was like,
Deep inhale.
it was bad. So, and then I just was like, well, I don't want to cut my hair.
When you sing, you breathe in or breathe out?
You mean exhale?
Exhale.
Yeah.
Yeah, you exhale or inhale on your vocals.
So
yells.
don't inhale.
Don't inhale?
Never inhales. Always exhale.
Okay.
Always
Heard
push
that's
the air.
cheating.
Yeah, we talked about Garrett about this too. Because I was just wondering.
Did he say the same thing?
Yeah.
Well, he's like, to each their own, because you know Garrett.
He's the best. No, I'll tell him straight up.
He won't take any hot takes like that.
Yeah. No, it's you can hurt yourself.
All diaphragm.
All diaphragm, and I'm actually not gonna lie. I felt a little hoarse this morning because I had a show on Saturday.
Oh,
kind of hurt myself a little
you
bit.
sound perfectly fine.
Well, hey, thanks. Appreciate that. Right back at you.
Oh, thank you.
Guess I don't sound good.
He gets jealous.
He
gets jealous.
Both my guys here.
Gets really jealous.
I get jealous of both of you. It's ridiculous.
Anyways, so I've actually been looking up a bunch of like warm up techniques and stuff like that because I kind of hurt myself over the weekend. So like, you really need to warm up. You really need to make sure your whole throat and everything's loose. You can't smack, because like your vocal cords, like they do this. That's what they do.
Okay.
And when you yell, even just like, hey, like they smack. So the idea is to not do that. And what makes the raspiness or like the
a lot of cigarettes.
The distortion is one, cigarettes, whiskey, but then also air going over those little flappy things, and that's where you get the distortion from. And so, but the trick is not to smack them. And when you do that, you can start bleeding, and then essentially over time, like you can hurt yourself and then lose your voice. And I do a lot of speaking and don't really want to F up my voice, so I'm trying to like focus on that.
I think we were talking about it at some point, but like the drill instructors or what you call them something, or they're called what?
We call them MTIs, military training
MTIs.
instructors.
Yes,
yeah.
That's okay.
Do they lose their voices a lot?
So for the Marine Corps, I don't know. I can't speak to any other branch,
I
but
wouldn't know.
The Marine Corps, they've got notoriously some of the craziest drill instructors in all of the services. It's totally okay, dude.
Take me anywhere,
Hey,
dude.
you're not spilling it, so that's a plus. But they've got some of like the craziest fucking drill instructors of all the services. Yeah. Plus, boot camp is longer than all the services. I think it's 13 weeks compared to other ones where 9. So, but during that entire time, these
Why are you
guys...
shaking at me? We bumped ours up to 12, and it was a waste of time, so they moved it back down to 8.
Oh, did they really?
Yeah, it was like 12 weeks.
It was a waste
and then
of
all
time.
these kids are coming from basic, and they have like a week where they show up for like, to get adjusted. I'm like, that's fucking gay. Yeah. And then they had like
my
a week.
Graham's looking good, by the way.
Your Graham is looking really
Look
good.
at that little freaking nine whatever.
These drill instructors, they practice, they go to a drill instructor school, and through the grapevine, allegedly, part of their practicing procedures to get good at yelling, because when they yell, they yell.
Yes, yeah.
It's like high-pitched screamo yelling 24/7 all day, every day. And so in order to train for that, they go out and they yell at freaking palm trees for like 8 hours a day. until their voice is completely gone, and they will get that bleeding that you're talking about.
Yeah.
And it will permanently fuck up their voices for the rest of their life. So you can always tell, like, if somebody who was in the Marine Corps was a DI, just by their voice,
just because they can't talk anymore.
Yeah, it'll be like a little higher, raspier. Like you can kind of tell a little bit. But those dudes, they beat the shit out of their voice, and then they'll come through to where they can't, like, they're responding and yelling, but it sounds like whispering because they have no voice. But then it comes back and it heals over time, and it just heals and sounds like straight scary death.
Yeah. So there was no bleeding for me. I've never had bleeding, but like
me either.
It burned from right here. Oh,
yeah.
So Sunday, dude, I haven't taken like a
lemon juice and salt is what I heard.
Really?
No.
Okay.
I just figured
that's not hurt more. I was like, no way.
That's the
It'd probably be like the worst thing for you.
But yeah, I just like legit. I haven't just like done nothing, like a whole day in a long time. And I just like we went to church, and then I just freaking came home, and I just was like, I'm not moving. F1 season 7's on, and I'm sitting right here and watching all of it.
Nice.
And if you're afraid of a little cuss word, my kids, you can leave the room. Because I don't know if you watched that series, but man, do they love the cuss, dude. It's all those freaking foreigners, dude. They freaking love the F word, dude. It's my favorite.
I love shit. What's everyone's favorite curse word? Mine's shit. I say shit so much. I'm surprised my son's first word wasn't shit.
I say so many different. I feel like I need to ask you guys which ones you hear me say the most.
The C word.
I don't say.
I'm sorry. The N word. The N word is
no, sir. No. Okay. No.
That was a joke. Kind of.
I don't know. The F bomb. I like saying fuck.
You do say fuck a lot.
Yeah.
Mine's rocks. Go kick some rocks.
Go kick some rocks.
You don't honestly, no, it's probably shit, because like that's the one that like I will say, because I feel like it's justifiable, and I feel like it's such like a
it's universal.
It's universal, and my kids are like, I'm like, it's a proper cuss word. Yeah, it's a proper cuss word.
My son knows all the different ways to use shit and fuck, but he doesn't use them. He chooses not to, and I'm proud of him. But he knows.
That's good.
He doesn't cuss around me. He cusses around my wife. They'll be driving, and she'll be like, fuck. Someone will cut her off, and you just hear in the background, yeah, fuck that guy.
Yeah. Oh, God. So I did want to ask you, so what is it? So you work with your fabulous wife, obviously. So what is that like? Is there anything that you can speak on, like, what is it like working with your significant other and kind of the way that you do, as far as like starting up Dork Social Club, or when it comes to going and doing shoots and stuff like that? Like, what's been the experience been like? Have you come into any road bumps or anything like that?
I will send this to her. So,
well, it's funny, actually, we talk about this all the time, actually. And so a lot of people don't know this, but she's always been in whatever business I've done, but always behind the scenes. Yeah. Because like, I am very much like the face, the go-getter, the let's figure out the problems, whatever, but like taxes and crap like that,
all the back end,
like back end stuff that is
the nerd stuff,
super important. She's just
you pay your taxes.
Yes, I do. Anyways, just like all that stuff, like she's always helped me out with, right? Yeah. And so it's funny because like because I've been an entrepreneur now for probably 8 years, and I every now and then come into account with people that have worked with their wives, and they're always like, "Oh, we'll never work with the effing person again." Blah, blah, the effer, but like, and they're still married. It's like terrible. Yeah. And I only choose to work with my wife. Yeah. I actually don't. I won't work with anybody else as far as like on like a business partner level ever again.
We'll get there. We'll get there.
But like she just like we work so well together, and we definitely even each other out.
You guys get like it's such. How do I want to say it? Like, you just know all of each other's tendencies. Like, when you're at my house doing the shoot for me, right, you guys aren't even, like, talking half the time. You're just, like, going around setting everything up. It's, like, so unspoken. And then she's still in the background, like, shooting photos for the background stuff to post. And you didn't even know about it. And you're like, oh, this is amazing. You guys would post them.
Those photos came out.
You guys are very cohesive.
Yeah, that's what. You guys are very cohesive.
I need to airdrop you, like, 30 photos of that hoodie that Brianna took.
Oh, please.
Yeah, remind me after this. I've been meaning to send it
to make everyone jealous, because I might have to re-release that hoodie. I've been getting hit up by a lot of people afterwards.
Yeah, dude, it's good.
I did post it.
I meant like, no, you should post the photos and tease it.
Oh, yeah.
Anyways, so I don't know what it is, but like everything I'm bad at, she's good at. And everything she's bad at, I'm good at. Like, it's weird. I don't know how to explain it. I don't know why it's like that. But we work really well together. Don't get me wrong. Just like any husband and wife, or even any business partner, we still fight. We still have like our arguments. She sees something a certain way, and I see something a different way, and we talk about it, and we like figure out a way to like, okay,
like a
compromise, or like sometimes I'll see her way, sometimes she'll see my way. Like it's a relationship. Every relationship is going to be different, but like I don't understand like why people, or like, the people that I have listened to, and a lot of them are like pastors. A lot of them are like high up, like good Christian men, but like do this. They're not in the church, but they like do this, but they're good, whatever, godly guys. Yeah. And they're just like, I will never work with my effing wife. I'm just like, I don't get that because I've had such a good experience. Yeah. And she's like, I don't want to say the only person I trust, but it's like kind of like what Vandal was saying, that was weird. What Trey said is that like, I don't have to even talk. Yeah. She just knows what to do, and then vice versa. Like, no joke, we're bidding a shoot for this girl who wants to come out to Phoenix and rent this big studio and the whole thing. And she's like, well, I have someone that can help you move lights and stuff and whatever, because I don't need any video. I just, I don't want to pay for Steven. And she's like, look, I'm actually not charging you for Steven's time. If you would, you wouldn't be able to afford it, which I was like, thanks, babe.
Yeah,
got him.
And she's like, but I only want Steven because exactly what you're saying. Yeah. Like, she doesn't have to tell me to move a light there. Yeah. Because I'm already doing it. You just know. Because I know what she wants, because we've done it for so long together, you know?
You guys have that communication, which I think is what you're talking about too.
Super important.
Just like going back to like all these people who don't like working with their wives, it probably comes down to communication, or just like that power struggle of like, well, I'm the boss. Yeah. You know what I mean?
I think it's definitely an ego thing, because like, dude, like so with Dork, she was like, I don't know, I don't really want to. I'm like, no, I want you to be on the podcast. I want you to be on the videos. I want you to be, because like you deserve the quote unquote credit, because she's so freaking smart. It kills me. Yep. Like she helps out so many people, Yeah. And it's like, I think it's a lot of ego stuff. I think a lot of people are just like, no, like I'm the boss. Yeah. I'm the man. I'm the business partner that's smarter or has more money or whatever the case is. Insert, whatever. And it's not like that with her and I. Like we're just like,
it's ideal.
Yeah. And and again, it's not perfect. Don't get me wrong. We still fight. We still have things, but like every fire, every disagreement, there's always an apology on both sides. There's always a ingredient. There's always like I did it a couple weeks ago. I was like, look, like I was wrong. Like it wasn't a big fight, but I was like, I was wrong. You're right. We should definitely do this. This is what we should do with the business, and let's go for it. Yeah. It's just like, I also like, I think being humble enough to like,
you gotta take accountability. I do that with my wife all the time. Like, hey, I'm sorry, I'm an asshole. Like we got into it the other day, and I made a joke that I knew at the time probably wasn't a good thing to say, but I said it. She didn't find it funny.
I'm good at those.
Yeah. And
I'm good at those too.
She got hurt by it. And so I'd be like, hey, look, I'm sorry. It's not my intention to hurt you today. I'm an asshole. I'm going through my own stuff right now. I apologize. And we just talk it out. And we've, it takes years to get to that point. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I've worked with Belinda before. Like Belinda's my wife. Yeah. And she's a photographer too. And like she's gone through a couple of rebrands and stuff like that. But like she asked me to come, second shoot for her all the time. And it's like, I'm not necessarily to any point of like, okay, I know what I need to grab. It's very much I'm still new and trying to learn, like show me and teach me. And for her, it's a lot easier to teach and show me than somebody that she doesn't know. Yeah. And because also she can yell at me too if I mess up. But not that she does. She doesn't. She's actually very
blink
patient.
Twice.
Yeah, I was gonna say blink twice.
Blink twice if you're not okay. There was
that's a lot of blinks. He's really bad at counting. Yeah. He's a Marine.
No, she's been nothing but patient and kind, and like. She even like hypes me up too, because like I don't even know if I'm doing good half the time, and she'd be like, no, that's a really good shot. And like shots that I've taken have gone into like clients fucking albums or whatever, and I'm like, that's crazy. Like I never thought because somebody's got their wedding album, and now a picture that I've taken is going to be in their not that they're going to know that or that their kids or anybody's going to know that, but like I'm going to be a part of somebody's life.
It'd be kind of fucked if she made a separate album and it's just like in crayon Holden's first wedding, and it's just all the pictures.
Just the cover of it's all made out of cardboard and written Sharpie wedding.
I made it in the book, guys. Look at
wedding spelled wrong too. It's like he did it himself.
Oh God! But no, like it's. I agree. Like
that'd be kind of sick, though. I'm not gonna
with your like significant other. Like there is like that. And like that's if they're interested, right? And like
Yeah.
don't get down if your significant other has their own interests and want to do their own things and they don't necessarily want to get involved in your hobbies or niche things. But when they do, it's so nice because you have that person like you can put 1,000% of your trust in.
Yeah.
And like,
Also,
Amazing sounding board.
yeah.
also, you don't have to pay them.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah,
My wife.
That was her thing. Like, because second shooter, she'd usually have to pay. But like me, she doesn't. I basically work for her to pay off a camera that I'm gonna basically take from her.
Yeah.
So like,
So you have one piece of cake holding.
Yeah, I think
That's your
I think I have like 9 more sessions or 9 more weddings to shoot before I pay off a camera. So.
Yeah. No, I think
Feel the pain,
I think it's important to have a strong spouse, which I feel like we all have. Because like for my wife, like she's taken a genuine interest in Vandal, and I don't know if I said this story before. I didn't tell her about my art Instagram in the beginning. I fucked up, boys.
Oh.
So I've done a lot of things, especially post-military, to where in my head, I was like, I don't want to bring this to her without it being somewhat successful, to where I don't feel like a failure. I don't want to be like another thing, like, hey, I just failed at this.
Yeah.
And so I didn't tell her for like 9 months.
Whoa.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I told her, and she got real upset. And I did not expect that because I'm stupid. I didn't know how I was going to go.
Drawing all the time and stuff.
Well, because I was just, because I've been drawing for a little bit before I even started the Instagram. And she just like, oh, it's just like a hobby he has and stuff like that. But I wasn't doing like commissions and stuff. She didn't know I was posting, right? Those are the biggest things. I didn't start like the business side of things. I was just like posting. And I didn't tell her. And she got really upset.
What
which
are you
like,
doing with that ring light and that?
I didn't have anything like that yet. No, dude, it was literally just the iPad.
The writing was on the wall. I'm just kidding.
Yeah. It's like, why do you think I'm doing TikTok dances right now? But I didn't tell her, and it's one of the biggest regrets I have. Because honestly, like once I told her, like everything took off.
Yeah.
100%. And like she was mad. She's like, well, you just kept it from me. She's like, I wouldn't care if you would have succeeded or failed, like, but you kept it from me. Like, fucking valid.
Fair.
Right?
Yeah,
So like piece of shit. Like I completely understand where you come from.
Dude,
But
communication solves 99.9% of problems.
100%.
I swear by it.
Yeah.
Dude. Like, and like, so I have an employee now. He's been employed for a while now.
Yeah.
And
it's crazy you didn't offer me the position.
That's what dude, move to Prescott. You'll be there every day.
Oh, I want to.
What do you want?
To.
What do you? But yeah, he just like so. The first thing I said to him was like, dude, just communicate.
Yeah.
Just communicate with everything. And he's doing a great job. And if there's an issue or there's something wrong or he's sick or, hey, dude, I want to go snowboarding. I'm like, okay, go.
Yeah.
I don't care. Whatever you want, dude.
Yeah.
You know, it's just like, dude, communication solves, in my opinion, everything.
Yeah.
Like with your clients, with posting, with freaking employees, with
Just
your
talking out.
spouses. Like, dude,
Yep.
Phone calls. So
of course,
important.
dude.
I hate texting.
Yeah.
I come across as an asshole over text, I feel. Do you agree,
I
Cooter?
see that.
Cooter's like,
Like when I text, I'm very direct. And like, it doesn't
Yeah, what's up with
convey
those
the
thank you periods, dude? What's
what's
up with that,
First of all,
dude?
I don't use any fucking punctuation. Go ahead and jot that down. Autocorrect got me, son of a bitch. No, but like I was saying, like once I told my wife how to do, she got so invested in Vandal too. She's like, you should be doing this, you should be doing that. And I've taken a lot of her ideas and it's just made everything better. Or if like I'm like, hey, I have to make content tonight or I have to draw tonight. She's like,
She understands.
cool.
Yeah, I love that.
But there's also times where it's like, especially recently with everything looming that we've talked about later this year, where she's like, you need to take a little bit of a step back
100%.
to, spend time with the family. I'm like,
And that
You're
just shows you like what a good,
don't give me a
wife
compliment.
you
Oh yeah, I have a great
you know?
wife. I'm a terrible person.
Like-
She's amazing.
And because the thing is like my wife does the same thing. And granted, she does the same thing. It's like it's that other person just to look out for you. She's looking out for you and the kids and all that stuff. You know. So,
Because I don't look out for them kids, dude.
dude, I didn't realize I had. I'm just kidding.
Yeah. You're how old?
Yeah.
Go grab a beer.
Yeah, dude. So
yeah.
Nice. Well, I think we'll wrap things up here in a minute.
Yeah.
But first, I want you to plug in anything and everything you want, whether it's Narwhal, which I don't know if we said the name of your band earlier, which I feel super bad about.
You did.
We did. Okay.
Yeah, Narwhal sucks.
Narwhal sucks.
Oh, yeah, you did.
Any
Yeah.
tour dates you got coming up, I want you to, where can people find you? Where can they get more information? And as well as your social security number, mother's maiden name, and phone number.
I legit almost just said it. Not gonna
Before-
lie.
Before all that, give us like a quick little background on your band and stuff like that, because we didn't really dive too deep into that. Like, how did you guys get your start? Everything like that. Just run us through it.
Yeah, so Orion, he's a guitar player.
Yeah.
He's just a gem. He's just the coolest guy ever. He started the band, gosh, I don't know, 17, 18, something like that.
Wow.
And then 2019, when I moved back, I was doing some video stuff for them, right? Just some like whatever, cell phone stuff, whatever, before the den started. And I might even had a little whatever. And their singer, they kind of had a falling out with him. I don't want to go too much into detail. It's kind of a whatever thing.
Fair.
And I went to their shoot. They actually I went to their show, so they actually played a show without him because he couldn't go because of
just no singer, or was someone else singing?
No singer. Like
they
had a show.
You're just standing in the back, just mouthing the words.
No joke. Well, I didn't know the words, but no joke. I was like, so anyways, I went to the show with them, did the video, they paid me for it, and the guy just didn't show up because of whatever happened, right? And they ended up, firing him after that because it was unacceptable.
Fair.
A bunch of truth stuff came out and whatnot. And yeah, I was talking to Ryan. He's like, dude, I don't know what we're going to do. I'm really bummed because we finally had something going, whatever. And there's just no one in this town that because believe like how we believe. So we're actually a Christian band too. Like we all believe in Jesus and everything. So that's what all my lyrics are about too.
Fair enough.
You can
Cool.
understand them, But it's just
I read the lyrics.
He's like, he's just like, it's just hard in this town. It's just like, it's always been hard to find people in that town to even just play music, let alone like believe what we all believe, you know?
Fair.
And just the same lifestyle, like they're all dads, or we're all dads. Right. And we're just not really into like going to the bars, getting slammed before a show. Like we're just not into that because we want to go there for the music and go home and go to our kids and family and stuff like that,
Yeah.
Dude cares about his family.
Yeah, right. What a joke. Wow. And so we,
sorry.
And so, on that conversation, like a week after all that happened, like I gave him the video and stuff. And I was like, well, what do you think about like me, like trying out for like vocals? Mm-hmm. He's like, what do you mean? I'm like, well, I haven't done vocals in like 7 years in a band. It's been a while. I moved around, had kids, whatever, the whole thing. Like I haven't done it. So I'm probably a little rusty, but I'd be down to try out. He's like, cool, you're in. I'm like, cool, can I try out? Like, no, he's like, cool, you're in. I'm like, no, dude, let me try out. Like I haven't done this in a long time. He's like, cool, you're in.
Yeah.
I'm like, so
here's the shirt.
That next Monday I tried out and he's like, cool, you're in.
Yeah.
And the other guys that actually aren't in the band anymore, the drummer and the bass player at the time, they were stoked. They're good friends of mine and stuff still. But fast forward. So that was 2019. So yeah, it's crazy that I've been in that band for that long.
Oh wow.
We're working on the EP right now, 6-song EP. We just recorded the music video. As
yes.
Trey was saying.
I've heard 1.5 of the tracks. I've heard one of the tracks a lot.
Yeah.
And I've heard like half of the other one. You sent me 2.
Did I send it to you?
You think you sent me 1.5 before it's finished.
Well, I might have just sent you like the short one because there's like a 30-second.
Yeah, you sent me that one.
Yeah. But we're a post-hardcore band. Technically out of Prescott, but our other members, actually one of them lives in Phoenix and the other one lives out in Cordis. Okay. So we're half in Prescott, half kind of all over. Post-hardcore. I'm a vocalist. I'm the vocalist for the band. And that's pretty much it. Yeah, we have an EP coming out. Actually, I don't know when. Essentially, we're writing it right now. We're going to get it mixed and mastered. We're filming 2 other music videos. And we are going to hopefully shop around this to some labels and just kind of see.
Nice.
Cool.
We have a whole merch line ready to come out. We have a whole like design, everything, new brand coming out as well.
I've been working on a design for you guys as well. I'm pretty stoked about.
Oh,
sticker pack.
Sweet.
There you go.
I'm glad I'm just now finding out about this on the podcast.
Yeah.
Let's go.
I've been working on it for a couple weeks, but
I'm excited.
It's getting there.
A lot of us find out about things for the first time on the podcast.
Well, dude, my last logo, the one with the freaking like, I just like got a message with it, and I was like, "That's it. That's perfect."
I don't think you have it on. Oh yeah, I was like, say pull it up, but it's not on here.
It might be on one of the posts. If you scroll down.
Yeah, there's good surprises and bad surprises, Holden. I need you to recognize this.
I think it's at the end of a video or something. But anyways, so that's the band. It's Norwal, so NRWHL, no A's, because we're cool like that.
Cool.
And it's Norwal Sucks, and then norwalsucks.com. You can find us anywhere by NRWHL.
You got some tour dates coming up.
Yeah, so we have a show on the 15th, which is a week from today. It's actually my birthday as well. It's my birthday show. It's not my birthday show.
Everyone comment happy birthday, even though this is going to come out way after his birthday.
But I'm telling everyone it's my birthday show because it's hilarious. And then everything else is kind of like up in the works right now. We have some stuff in May. We have some stuff in October. We have some stuff maybe in July. I know Dan's having a kid, so we're going to go away for a little bit and work on stuff and shop this album around and stuff, or his EP around. But that's that. And then you want me to go into like everything else?
Yeah, plug it all.
Plug it all.
Yeah, so my business, so branding, content creation, we'll have courses. We just have a heart for helping, businesses that don't want to fit in. That's our tag. That don't want to fit in, just helping them grow in every way. So creating, stronger brands, selling better, stuff like that. That's called Dork Social Club. So Dork, DORK, Social Club. And you can find that anywhere and everywhere. That's our
even if you Google Vandal Art, Dork Social Club will
that
pop
was
up.
so weird. So just dorksocialclub.com, Dork Social Club. Actually, we're only on Instagram and YouTube.
Okay.
Those are the only ones we're focusing on right now. And the podcast goes up everywhere.
Yeah.
And then my personal, it's Stay Mental. So stay STAY_mental.
Okay.
And then that's just me posting whatever the hell I want. That's like my personal brand that I'm not pushing right now.
Cool.
That I want to in the future. So, hit me up, DM me if you want to talk, hang out, whatever.
Cool. Awesome.
Yeah. If you need video work, if you need content stuff or branding, whatever.
Just want a handsome friend.
Want to hang out.
Definitely going to hit you up.
Yeah. You?
Yeah, for
let's
sure.
go, dude.
Yeah, we got to do some cool shit for
Well, you have one right there. Let's promo it, dude, so you're ready for the drop.
That's
dude.
the prototype. We can't show that to everybody yet.
Well, that's what I'm saying, is you make it now.
Yeah.
And then you have stuff.
Yeah. For when you do drop.
For when you drop
Yeah.
it.
Yeah,
so
that's
like
true.
that's like kind of like a trick that like I like to do is like drop ship something.
Yeah.
Get it there, even pre-order or whatever, or then now you have all this promo. It's like that's what we were gonna do with like Snake Pit, all the stuff he's working on right now that I don't know if he's talking about.
He talks about it a little bit here.
But everything's done though. So it's like, okay, well, now we're just gonna film it on the 10th. So next week? This week.
10th is already passed.
Oh wait, no.
The 10th is already passed there, bud.
Today's the 11th.
We're filming next week.
Dude, you fucked up. You canceled on him? You canceled on Garrett? Shit.
I don't know when we're filming. Anyways, it's sometime this month. But yeah, you can totally do that too. You know what I mean? So,
dude, thank you so much for not only helping us with everything when it comes to podcasts related things, whether it comes to like the audio, the video. Because I know the first time all three of us met, you were like, I'm going to send you guys a laundry list of things that you should get, right? Because we told you like we want like a legit kind of studio and everything, and you really got to talk to. And
dude, it looks great, by the way.
Thanks, all Holden.
It's freaking awesome in here, and you guys got the gear, and it looks good. Freaking Cooter's back there killing it.
Cooter.
Cameras have been working good so far this whole time, from what I'm seeing.
Oh, Cooter, fucking this is why you're losing a job, Cooter, right here.
Cooter, you watch that trigger finger over there,
getting
boy.
Fucking fired real quick.
He's getting sassy.
I just gave you a compliment.
That's why he's acting now. He doesn't like compliments. Beyond that, thank you so much for coming on the podcast, making the drive down, hanging out with us, putting up with us, and most importantly, thank you for your friendship. Yeah, I love talking with you. Of course. Yeah. One of the nicest people I've ever met.
Agreed.
Love you guys.
Yeah,
love you too.
Love you too, man.
All right, Cooter.
Thanks.
I didn't say go yet. I didn't say go. Give him the finger. All right.
It's fine.
Thank y'all.
Thanks, guys.
Cut the mics. We'll stay here for a second.